Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers comprehensive auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus, benefits like 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything, from making the claim, through the repair process, to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Visit EnduranceWarranty.com for your fast free quote today. That's EnduranceWarranty.com.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers comprehensive auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus, benefits like 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything, from making the claim, through the repair process, to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Visit EnduranceWarranty.com for your fast free quote today. That's EnduranceWarranty.com.
This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of The Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio. My name is Bones, and I'm joined by Rob Humphrey. Hold on, man.
What's up?
Happening.
Hanging out.
We got no cat this week.
I know. I'll tell you. I did the show 2 weeks in a row for my fucking car, but, that's fine.
You did. Yeah, that audio was superb.
Yeah. Hey, at least I showed up, right?
That's fair. Yeah, Cat is away. Do you think that there is a chance, Rob, that Cat might be, trying to safeguard Mr. Cat's boyfriend guy?
I mean, we talked about that. Yeah, it's possible because we did threaten to hit him with a cattle prod. But that was half joking, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Listening back to that was the funniest shit. I don't know why it was so funny, but it was. I would like to think that she's building Mr. Cat's boyfriend guy a bubble. So in case, dude, we really sat there and threatened to hit somebody with a cattle prod.
Well, it's not as if he didn't deserve it.
And then you threatened the listeners.
Did I? What? I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, you said that because they're listening for free for so long. You were gonna.
Oh yeah, well,
Jay and Silent Bob them with a cattle prod.
Yeah, I mean somebody's got to do that. Cheap bastards.
Oh man! Speaking of the Patreon, we just got done recording a follow-up episode to the Patreon Power Rankings.
An unprecedented follow-up episode. Never had to do that before.
No, and not for nothing. As fun as it is, and these guys, seriously, our community is fucking amazing. And if you guys aren't part of that, and our listeners are part of the community, don't get me wrong, but that inner circle.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about it and laughing about it, and people who aren't members of the Patreon have no idea the shit that's been going on. If you follow us on Twitter, you kind of have an idea. Just give it a try, guys. Tiers as low as $3 a month. The fucking tier 2 gets you the Lord Humphrey. What's the name of that again?
Audio Entertainment Network is what you're looking for there.
Yeah.
And it is the hottest thing going on the internet today. So
we're gonna do a follow-up episode for one of your damn episodes.
Yeah,
there's so much chaos going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's you don't know what you're missing. Of course, you don't because you're cheap. But if you ever dig into those pockets a little bit, then maybe.
It is a trip, man, seeing this. Like, I look forward to seeing people's reactions to certain things, and it's just you guys making a lot of fun. And we had to go over reaction and just turmoil from last week's Patreon power rankings, and we'll just leave that there.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta patreon.com/slasher radio. Get in on the mix of all that stuff. And we do have voicemail this week too, Rob.
Oh, good. That's exciting.
Yes. Oh, God.
I love it when we hear from our listeners,
Mm-hmm. Don't believe you.
That's what I like is feedback.
All right. So if you guys do want to leave a voicemail for the show,
trace the call. It's coming from inside the house.
You can do that. You can bring up anything horror related, show related. We will play it on air, and we will also discuss it like you're about to hear now. The number is 917-397-KILL. That's 917-397-5455. And here we go.
Hey guys, it's Nesto.
Oh, that's Nesto. We don't want Nesto.
Hey, there's always room for Nesto. That's my buddy.
Here we go.
Hey guys, it's Jinx again. I know it's been a very long time. I've been incredibly busy with my job. It's essentially go to work and then immediately go to sleep. So I haven't been given time to really catch up with your guys' podcast. When I do, it's always great to hear your guys' voices again. It's phenomenal. It's always fun. But getting off topic here, I just wanted to mention how I was at a con a couple of days ago and I got to meet the wonderful W. Earl Brown, who played Kenny in the original Scream, or most recently Bill in The Last of Us. Well, not most recently, that was 2013. But I didn't actually realize he was Kenny. So when I walked up to him at the con and I saw he had Scream posters, I was like, holy crap, it's Kenny from Scream. And my whole world just flipped 180, and I actually got to talk to him in depth about mostly The Last of Us, but also Scream. And I feel like Mikey might enjoy to know that Earl just could not stop talking praise about Wes. He just kept saying up and down how much he appreciated Wes Craven's work, and he wishes he wasn't killed off just so he could have been in the other movies, because he just loved his work so much. I might go in depth one day about everything me and him talked about, mainly The Last of Us, but I don't know. But besides that, I really appreciate you guys. I miss y'all. I am catching up on your streams as we speak, even the power rankings. I'm hoping I'm up there because it's been a while. So don't bring me down, Rob. I was number 1. Keep me up there, please. Pretty please. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great stream. I love y'all. Catching up on your streams. I promise. I'll talk to you guys later.
Huh.
All right. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
First of all, Jinx, you never have to apologize for telling us how great we are. We love to hear that sort of thing. As a matter of fact, if people would call in and just say that and nothing else, I would be ecstatic. Secondly, that's cool that you met W. Earl Brown. I love his character in Scream. Kenny is a great character and a lot of fun. And it is kind of too bad he got killed off. I mean, although it does give us the cameraman in Scream 2, whose name I don't recall.
Yeah.
But I like him a lot. Now, I did Google W. Earl Brown just to get a look at, a mental picture of the guy. And I will say this. You know how when you Google something, people also ask comes up?
Yes.
This is not me taking a shot at W. Earl Brown, okay? Just this caught my eye because it's the first question under people also ask. And that question is W. Earl Brown mentally challenged?
Oh,
what is that? Where does that come from?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
Damn.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
so some people possibly think that that maybe he's mentally challenged. I don't know why. Again, not me. That's Google. All right,
No.
take it up with them. But that I thought was kind of funny. And then I don't remember what else he said. So whatever, Jinx.
He also said, his power ranking. Well, that's come and gone.
That's settled. That's settled business, Jinx.
Yeah, not gonna reveal too much, but everybody knows Jinx isn't number one anymore for Nesto.
Nesto wears the crown.
Yeah, I mean W. Earl Brown, like that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, he's in some good stuff too. I didn't know he was. He was in Deadwood, and I don't think I would have drawn the connection between the camera guy in Scream and the guy that he plays in Deadwood. Like it just wouldn't have occurred to me that it was the same guy.
No.
So yeah, talented actor, and that's cool that you got to meet him. There's a convention coming later this month, towards the end of the month, in Indianapolis, and I'm thinking I might go for a day because I got my Halloween thing that I've been getting signatures on, and Charles Cyphers is going to be there, who played Brackett.
Nice.
So I could get Sheriff Brackett to sign it, and also I always blank on the actress's name. That the girl who got strangled in the car.
Oh yeah.
Why am I blanking on everybody's name? I'm not even that drunk. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up because it's gonna bug the shit out of me. Nancy Keys, who played his daughter Annie. Yeah, Annie Brackett is going to be there as well, so I could get both of them to sign it. Maybe I'll make that though. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna have the money for that. Because sometimes I spend money like I've got it, and that becomes a problem. Because I do not. Because not enough people sign up for our Patreon.
That's right. That's part of it.
Yep.
Part of it.
Yep. Not enough people. By the way, the Patreon, we didn't talk about this really, but I did an unboxing video. I got my first horror pack. I don't know how any of that works, so I just sent it to Mikey, and you haven't posted it yet, but I assume it'll go up soon.
By the time this episode is out, it will be up.
Okay. And I'm going to do a giveaway from that.
Oh.
And I don't have it in front of me, so I don't remember the name of it. But one of the things they sent me is a 3-pack. And it includes I Know What You Did Last Summer, the remake of When a Stranger Calls, and the movie Vacancy. So it's got all 3 movies on Blu-ray and I believe DVD, although I don't have it in front of me, so don't hold me to that. But anyway, somebody's going to win that next week. So if you're not a patron, now's a good time to go sign up. You could win those 3 movies.
Huh.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. And when I did the video, I was like, oh, this is kind of nice. It's good to add these movies to the collection. But then I was like, I'm not going to watch these. I bet we've got listeners who would probably watch them.
Yeah.
So we'll do that next week. So get over to the Patreon, patreon.com/slasherradio, sign up, and you could maybe win it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. You'll have to get the little wheel thing ready, Mikey.
Oh yeah, the
next
wheel's
week.
Be back.
Because I don't know how to do that either.
Okay. All right. So the wheel will be back next week. So if you want to be in there, and if you want to be in there for this giveaway, you missed one already.
Yeah.
When I gave away the pin and the artwork, so you missed one already. Don't miss it again.
Yeah, and I might give away something else too. I don't know yet. I'm gonna try and see about these other movies before I give them away.
Okay.
Because there would be nothing worse to me than to give away a movie to our listeners and then be like, oh, crap, I really liked that.
God forbid.
Yeah, it'd be terrible.
Yeah, that's true. So, okay, by the time this episode comes out, that Rob's unboxing will be out. And next week, get in there by this upcoming Saturday. By the time you're listening to this, you should be a member anyway, but make sure you're in there by then if you want to be part of the giveaway.
Yeah. It's I Know What You Did Last Summer, When a Stranger Calls remake, and Vacancy.
Free shit, guys.
Of those movies, Vacancy is the only one I kind of like. So I'm more than happy to give it away. And I know those are popular movies, so people might enjoy them. So let's get them to a good home that, somebody will actually watch.
Yeah. Nice. Guys, like I said, it's free shit. Like, yeah,
Right.
you'd be signing up for the Patreon and, while you're doing it. So, but ultimately you're getting content for that. This extra stuff is like, it's extra. That's what it is. Extra. Like,
Yeah, it's extra stuff.
yeah, and you support the show. Do
Mhm.
the right thing.
And usually Kat's there.
Usually.
Just, 4th of July weekend, wanted to go celebrate America. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. But she, sorry. All I can do is apologize for her.
Oh my God.
Again, 2 weeks from my car, but that's whatever.
I heard you do a lot of things from your car. Anyway, so you want to get into drink roll call, Rob?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that'd be good. What are you drinking here?
I'm drinking Jack Daniels in a can, man.
All right, which flavor are you going with?
I have Southern Peach.
Ooh, all right. That doesn't sound bad. I can't do peach, but
yeah. Normally not a big fan of peach.
Yeah, doesn't sound too bad. I picked up Sun King Brewery, which is a brewery in Indianapolis. Makes an excellent beer. It's an India Pale Ale, an IPA, which I don't normally like, but this one is it's not ridiculously hoppy tasting, so it's not super bitter, which is why I normally don't like IPAs. They have one called Keller Haze, and I picked up some of those today, so I'm drinking that.
Okay.
Yeah. And I quite enjoyed it. It's a very good beer. So, that's what I'm drinking. Got some beer going tonight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It's better than your Diet Coke you've been fucking.
I don't drink Diet Coke. That's disgusting. I drink Diet Pepsi.
Okay, hold on. Are you really one of those people?
Yes. Diet Coke is horrendous and should be outlawed just for being nasty. Diet Pepsi is wonderful.
It's practically the same shit.
There's a big difference. I can taste the difference immediately.
Can you really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
No bullshit. If I put 4 cups in front of you, you'd be able to pick the 2 that have the Diet Coke or whatever. Yeah.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I've never understood. I could see, like, there is a little difference. I can see, but I don't think there's enough of a difference for people to hate one and love the other.
Yeah, no, I hate Diet Coke. I avoid certain restaurants because I know all they have is Diet Coke.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. So, I don't care.
All right. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
All right.
Now, there's some places that just serve Diet Coke I still go to. I just get Dr. Pepper or something.
Okay. I'll never understand that. That's always been something where I was like, people are fucking weird. Like, how could you really tell a difference?
No, I can absolutely tell the difference, and Diet Coke is an abomination.
I'll never understand. All right, so news time. We got to hit the news, and then a lot of Patreon talk this week because this is a Patreon pick.
It is a Patreon pick.
Yes, and we will get into that after the news, which we can start right now.
It's time to hump the news with EyeRChris.
He's not a genius.
All right, I'm excited.
Excited to hump the news. Rob, this is, well, actually, before we get to this, Rob Zombie.
I like it more when Greg does the throat clearing thing than when you do it.
Greg did have a pretty nice throat clear, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Sign up for the Patreon, you can hear it.
We have Greg like clear his throat for us every week.
That's what we're down to now. That's what. See what you've reduced us to, you cheap bastards.
Having a grown man record a throat clear every week. It'd be hilarious though. Rob Zombie enters The Exorcist, The Wicker Man, and Scanners in a new music video. Rob,
I saw something about this. I didn't watch the video. I kind of wish I had. I didn't watch it at the time because I was like, watching it means I have to listen to that music, and I don't want to. I guess I could have just muted it and watched it.
Maybe, yeah.
And when it comes to his music, by the way, that's just not the kind of music I listen to. So I would say that about anybody who makes that kind of music. He seems to be very successful in his music career, and I'm not going to judge the quality of the music. It's just not what I would listen to.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's I'm not, I take a shot at him on the movies he makes because I don't like his movies at all. But the music thing, I am not qualified at all to make a judgment on that. But I did not watch it because of that reason. And now that I'm thinking about it, yes, I could have just muted it and watched the video. Although, is it animated?
It is animated.
See, another thing, I don't like cartoons.
Well, it looks very well done.
Yeah, but a music video is different than like sitting down to watch a movie cartoon.
Very much so, especially a Rob Zombie cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I feel the same way about Rob Zombie's music. I'm not into that type of music, but he's so praised for it.
Yeah, people love him. He gets a lot of credit for his music. And again, I know nothing about that style of music.
Right.
I guess it's great. I did like he had a couple of songs of White Zombie I liked early on.
Okay.
But
all right. Fair. But feel how you want about his music. This song is called "Shake Your Ass, Smoke Your Grass."
All right.
Oh. So Rob Zombie shaking his ass. He's got the clips from obviously Exorcist, Wicker Man, and Scanners. It's Rob Zombie. He's also got people shaking their ass in the video, cartoonized.
Yeah.
I mean,
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Pretty on par. I mean, if that's your type of, and like Rob said, even if you don't like that kind of music, just watch it because support horror in general. He's doing so. That's what I've always looked at, but he's doing something right, especially in music. That it's like, even though I don't like it, obviously enough people do.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't even really hate on him for it.
Yeah, I mean, he gets praised highly for his music. So good for him.
I've also always been petrified because if I say something bad about his music, like Bobby might be under my bed somewhere.
Bobby like his music too?
Oh yeah. Loves everything about Rob Zombie.
I'll never understand Bobby.
How 1 through 10, when you would listen to Bobby go on about Rob Zombie, like how much did it annoy you?
Oh, on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like an 8. Yeah, it was pretty high. The only thing I can think of that annoyed me more is when I would have to listen to the two of you talk about The Thing.
Oh yeah, that was a good episode.
That was maybe the most annoyed I've ever been. The closest I'd ever come to just unsubscribing to the show and not listening anymore.
Over one fucking movie?
It's not just one movie though, it's The Thing.
Unbelievable. All right, next thing I want to talk about, Rob. Shudder renewed Joe Bob.
I know, I saw that.
5. Yeah,
they would be completely stupid to not renew him.
Of course.
Yeah. But I'm excited because I love watching Joe Bob. It was watched him last night. It was the season finale last night, and kind of sad because he's going to be gone for a while now. But it's always fun. I like it. I like to get on Twitter, and if you follow the hashtag, then you're having conversations and bullshitting with people while you're watching the movies, and it makes the whole thing a lot of fun.
Yeah, you do the live tweet.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's his stories and all the stuff he knows, the facts about these movies and stuff that he finds are just always interesting, and his interplay with Darcy's always funny. So yeah, I'm really happy it's coming back for another season. I wish we could go ahead. What?
I was gonna say he's got to be like one of the highest rated things.
I mean, I would imagine. I would imagine so. I mean, he's the reason I signed up.
Yeah.
Because I signed up like when they first launched and there wasn't much there really, which is typical of any new thing, so then I just didn't sign up. I just canceled it, and I was kind of forgot about Shudder until I heard Joe Bob was there. So he's the reason I signed up, and I just keep it throughout the year. If they got rid of his show for some reason, I don't know if I would cancel it, but I might be tempted to. I don't watch a lot on Shudder other than Joe Bob. So I don't know. I don't know if it would be worth it for me to keep the subscription or not, to be honest with you.
I canceled Shudder a long time ago, man.
Yeah.
But I know, like, when Shudder first came out, it was like the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah, there just wasn't anything there. Like I was, and again, I don't blame them for that. That's, you're launching a new service. But even like the stuff that they put out now, like, I don't know. Like, Shudder's it's not the first service that comes to mind. Like, if I want to watch something,
Yeah.
It just for some reason isn't the first place that comes to mind. It should be, because it's all horror movies, so you would think it would be top of list for me, but it's not. Usually I end up at, if I'm just scrolling through someplace looking for something to watch, I end up on HBO Max or something.
I feel like their big grabs are like, they had Hellraiser, Texas Chainsaw, Nightmare on Elm Street, which is great, that they have. But, most horror fans own those DVDs.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you want to watch it, you'd watch it whenever you want. You don't need Shudder for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, Joe Bob is the one thing that keeps me coming back to Shudder. Always, every Friday when he's on. And so, yeah, I'm glad they brought him back. Looking forward to when they do the next season.
Yeah.
And I hope that, when they brought him back originally, it was a one-time thing, and it was a 24-hour marathon.
Right.
And I wish they would do another one of those with him, like a one-off, like a special kind of thing, because that shit was fun.
That's gotta suck, though. Could you imagine if you had to be up 24 hours and deal with me and Kat?
No, that I couldn't imagine. I was gonna say, I used to do a 24-hour marathon in Ohio every year until they stopped doing it because of COVID, and I think it's just dead now. I don't think they're bringing that back.
We should do a 24-hour marathon one day.
Which is too bad, because I really, really had fun doing that. It's not easy to stay awake for 24 hours, but it's fun, And usually I'll fall asleep, for like one movie or something. When I go to that thing, it works out okay, because at the end of the movies, people tend to clap at the end of those movies, which is something normally I hate, but it actually works out nice, because then if I do fall asleep, it wakes me up when the movie's over, so I'm awake for the next one. But yeah, I mean, one of those longer style marathons would be fun if they did another one with Joe Bob.
You just breezed right by us doing a 24-hour marathon.
I know. That was by design.
Could you imagine that? Imagine like Chris and Greg staying up for the 24-hour, and like on hour 20, if like we could take call-ins, what they would sound like. Oh
yeah, God. Like I don't even know how that would work, but maybe it'd be fun. I don't know.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. All right. So, yeah, good for Joe Bob. I mean, I don't watch Joe Bob, but I respect the shit out of him. Like, I just don't. But, that what he's built is crazy, man. I wish Elvira would get her own. Like, they should start their own, like, weekly show thing.
I thought they would, honestly, because Shudder did a special with her, didn't they? She had a special somewhere. I thought it was Shudder.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if that was going to, like, if a weekly show was going to grow out of that for her, because they could show that while Joe Bob is not in you know what I mean? Because I think he only did 5 episodes this season. That's only 5 weeks, they could run that. Yeah, she did the Elvira's 40th anniversary, very scary, very special.
Mm-hmm.
So they could have her do a show too.
Yeah.
But from what I haven't heard anything about it, so I'm guessing that's not happening. I don't know, but I kind of thought maybe that would happen.
That's what I thought too, but never know. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
They do that. Scoop up the rights for Tales from the Crypt. Do that. Too.
From what I understand, those rights are a nightmare.
I've heard.
Yeah. That's why it's not anywhere.
I did speak with oh god, I forgot the woman's name. From the Gaines estate, who apparently they received the rights back for Tales from the Crypt. Did speak with her about coming on the show. She was not ready yet.
Okay.
But, that would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I assume that's why it's not on HBO Max, because you would think if they were going to have one of their shows on HBO Max, that would be one of the main ones, and it's not anywhere. It's just that, from what I understand, those rights are a nightmare. So we'll see.
I think the Crypt Keeper rights are different than Tales from some shit like that.
Yeah,
and it's all wrapped up.
It all gets to be such a fucking mess.
I own every single season of Tales from the Crypt on DVD.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, love me some Tales from the Crypt.
You do. You really do like the Tales from the Crypt.
That was my time. I grew up, but that was like my Joe Bob kind of.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I could see that.
Yeah.
When I interviewed Greg Allman.
Did you?
Just before he died, and he is in an episode of Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, really.
And I asked him about it. Yeah.
Oh, I think you told me. Yeah. What did he speak fondly?
Yeah, I mean, sort of like I asked him about his acting career as a whole, and then about that specifically, and he said he goes, oh yeah, I kind of remember that. It's like I played a club promoter, and there was one where like the tattoos came to life. I was like, yeah, that was it, and he said, yeah, it was that was a lot of fun to do, but he didn't think much of himself as an actor. He didn't do a whole lot after that. So
right.
Yeah, right. He was like, some people make it look so easy, but it just wasn't for me.
All right, so here's something that's going to piss me off in a way. I feel like you've mentioned part of this before, or maybe Kat, I don't remember. Child's Play, there is a Scream Factory release, fully 4K Ultra HD releases of the first 3 movies, Child's Play 1, 2, and 3. Bonus shit, all that stuff. Was it you that told me about there was like a charred Chucky doll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I might have tuned you out when you were talking about that, but I remember hearing that and going, I don't need that. I need this in my fucking life.
Yeah. I mentioned this on, I know we talked about this on This Horror Life.
That could have been where I heard it.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me.
It's sold out, looks like.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, it's $40. Sold out. That's pretty cool looking.
Oh man, everybody listen, go to shoutfactory.com and look up the charred Chucky doll. It's a NECA figure. It was limited edition. It's sold out now. Is a 5.5 inch tall figure. That's pretty good size.
Yeah, I didn't mention it to you because you're not a figure guy.
I would have bought this. Absolutely, I would have bought this. Like, you tell me about the shit that it's like, God, like the fucking $300 Jurassic Park thing. It's just something affordable. You don't say a word.
Did you buy that?
No, I didn't. I came very, very close to buying it though. Very, very close.
Yeah.
But the $40 thing, no.
I didn't know it was $40.
Unbelievable.
I didn't look into it any more than just the fact that it was a special deal that you could get.
They sold 4,000 of these some bitches.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. You'll be able to get one on eBay for about $400 soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I'm going to check that right now. Yeah, so that sucks. But I mean, it's cool that the DVDs are out. Don't get me wrong. But the charge, oh man, 5.5 inches, man. It's bigger than most men. Oh my God. What the fuck is this? Super rare Chucky life-size doll charred prop replica.
Oh, wow.
Made a replica. Rob, I'm gonna need you to buy this for me.
How much is that?
$4,500.
$4,000, jeez. Yeah, like the Tom Atkins Night of the Creeps limited edition figure that they did with NECA is on eBay right now. You can get it for $260.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Plus $11 shipping.
Yeah, this is bullshit. Oh my God. The 3-disc collection and the figure is selling on eBay for $300 right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, just do that, dude.
No. No. I could do that. God damn, that's crazy. Yeah, that's actually a really cool Chucky doll. I wish I could get that. Yeah, so they do say notify me if it's bad. What do you think the chances are, Rob? You're more of a Scream Factory connoisseur than me. You think they'll ever put it out again?
I think it'd be pretty slim, but if there's a thing for it, you might want to go ahead and click on it because they'll send you an email if they get any more.
You think I'm going to see that email?
No, I highly, highly doubt it, but you never know, right?
That's fair.
I just going off going off things like Waxwork Records, they'll do that, and sometimes they'll be like, "Holy shit, we found a whole box that we didn't even know we had."
That's so. All right, next up is The Black Phone. It scares up $23 million opening weekend, Rob.
Yeah, solid opening weekend for a horror movie.
Yeah, and you were part of that $23 million.
I was, and it's it was up against some stiff competition. What were the big movies? Top Gun. I know the Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic World, whatever. And there was something else that came out that week, I think. Anyway, so it was up against some top flight competition. So I don't know. It's a solid box office for a horror movie, I think. It's a great movie. I loved it. It's really well done. So yeah, good for the Black Phone.
Okay. 23.4 domestically, 35.8 worldwide.
Yeah. Not bad.
They threw a little comparison up there on Bloody Disgusting. Sinister opened for 18 million domestically back in 2012. That film went on to exceed $80 million.
This one should. People should see it. It's really good.
Also, something I didn't know that Bloody Disgusting had in here. The mask that Hawk's grabber wears was designed by Tom Savini and Jason Baker.
Oh, I didn't know that either. I had mentioned the mask before, talking about it before I'd seen the movie, and said that I couldn't decide whether it was stupid or creepy. In the movie, it plays is really creepy. It's like in pieces, so it comes apart, and so sometimes he's wearing just part of the mask and stuff. It's Ethan Hawke plays a really good creepy guy. So yeah, I don't know. I highly recommend people see it. It's a really good movie. I was leery of it going in because I thought the trailer looked bad, but the movie turned out to be really good.
Nice. Jason Baker, also former guest on this show.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What for you not knowing?
Yeah. I don't know who's been on the show, who hasn't.
Hopefully.
I only know the people that were lucky enough to talk to me.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna get this out of the way first. Rob, I need your help here because I don't know what the fuck's going on. I seen trending on Twitter that Nev Campbell was returning for Scream 6.
Yeah.
Apparently that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So what happened there?
There are rumors flying all over the place, and people. I have not seen anything official. The last official thing that I saw was a statement that Nev Campbell herself put out.
Yes.
Saying that she was not going to be in Scream 6. I am working under the assumption that she is not going to be in 6 Scream. She's not going to show up in this movie. I think this is fanboys wishing and hoping that she's going to show up in this movie more than anything else. I keep seeing there's a couple horror channels on YouTube that I follow that cover like horror news and stuff, and they keep having these videos, and it's like Nev Campbell returning in Scream 6 ? And it's like, well, no, dipshit, no. So somehow this rumor has gotten fueled that she is actually coming back for this movie. But the last official thing that I saw was her saying she's not going to do it. I trust her before I trust, some YouTube guy who, does a thing from his couch or whatever. I know that you have talked and joked around a little bit about hoping that this is all a work and that she ends up being in the movie anyway as like a surprise.
I wasn't joking at all.
I guess that's a possibility, but I highly doubt it. It seems to me that if you were going to do that, I mean, I think, you run the risk of hurting the box office of this movie by saying she's not going to be in it. That's like a negative publicity stunt in my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think that I don't think it's a work at all, and I don't think she's going to be in the movie. To me, this sounds like a rumor that's been fueled by fanboys who are just hoping and wishing.
Okay, a couple things there. First of all, it's not 6 Scream. That's first of all. Second of all, I don't appreciate the fanboy thing because I feel like you're attacking me.
I was looking at you when I said it. Yeah.
I am a Scream fanboy. I seen it trending and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna fucking click it. I'm just not gonna click it. You're not gonna ruin my night. I'm not gonna click it because I didn't trust it. I'm like, there's no way. Like I said, if it's real, I'm not gonna skip. Yeah, you ever click on a trending thing on Twitter and can't find out why the fuck it's trending?
Yeah,
drives me crazy. So I say, you know what? I'm not even gonna fucking bother.
Mm.
If this is real, I will see it. Bloody Disgusting, Dread Central, wherever.
Right, it'll show up on an actual news site somewhere.
Right, maybe Cavalor.com.
Yeah, or I'll go see the movie and it'll happen, and that'll be fine too.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything to it. I didn't know it was trending. We've talked about this before. I use TweetDeck, and you can't see the trending stuff. So.
Well, it's trending, yeah. And I checked on Bloody Disgusting, like you said. The last thing Bloody Disgusting has said about it is her statement saying she's not in it.
Right.
That's it. And they even put that out again.
Yeah. If she ends up being in the movie, it's not like I'm going to be disappointed or mad. Like, oh, I was wrong. What a fool, Yeah.
But
I just don't think it's going to happen. Unless we hear some official word otherwise, I'm assuming she's not going to be there.
I'm going to take this as she gonna be in that fucking movie, man. She's gonna be in it. It's gonna be great, and she's gonna shock the shit out of everybody, and she's probably gonna be the killer.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they saw the outrage of people who were upset that she wasn't going to be in the movie, and they went back and offered her more money, and she agreed, and they just haven't announced it at all. They're just not going to say anything.
Could be.
I mean, that's a possibility. I just, when something's trending on Twitter, it doesn't qualify as news to me.
Contrary to what some people think.
Yeah. You're like, I read a Facebook post about it. Oh, well, good for you.
Right. Yeah, everything people post is real. All right. The big news. Big news. Terrifier 2 is going to be, first of all, on Screenbox. Screenbox still has me blocked.
I didn't even know Screenbox was still in business. So, okay.
They have me blocked. Bloody Disgusting has rammed their big marketing pecker up Screenbox's butt. And I also, too, jokes aside, that I seen that Bloody Disgusting has started calling Screenbox Bloody Disgusting Powered.
Do they own it now or something?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Because I know that they're tied in with that Studio Dread. That must be Dread Central, right?
I'd imagine.
Yeah, that label. They've got me blocked. I don't know what the fuck I did to them. I bought a bunch of their Blu-rays, and I
stop buying them.
Well, I don't buy them anymore.
Good.
Yeah, no, but I don't know if I talk shit about one of their movies or something. I mean, they released some terrible movies, and I wasn't shy about saying it was terrible, but I didn't say it to them. I just said it. Anyway, they got me blocked.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, I'm still good on Screenbox, which again I didn't even know was still in business.
No, they have me blocked, and it kind of sucks because we had a tentative business arrangement with them a long time ago. They fucked up. I overreacted. Long story short, still blocked. So the chances of us getting to any kind of exclusive stuff for Terrifier 2 is probably slim to none.
Look, if I can unblock you, they can. I finally gave in and unblocked you.
You did, yeah. You did block me. That's true. Yeah. But okay, so there was like a quick a video out. I don't know if you want to call it a trailer. I don't know if they were calling it a trailer. They said that this is going to be bigger, better, bloodier. Art's back. Like they're really pushing this.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any of this, Rob?
No.
What?
No. But I didn't hear the one word in there that I need to hear, which is lighter. In somebody's going to actually turn a fucking light on.
They have a better budget for things like that.
I hope so. Jesus Christ, couldn't see a goddamn thing in that movie.
You're over-exaggerating, being rude. Screenbox, although not to be salty, Screenbox subscriptions now include unlimited... It didn't include unlimited movies before.
I don't know. Dude, this is... All right, so Screenbox, I had the same thing with Shudder. I signed up when it first launched. And I was like, this is fucking bullshit. And I didn't... I just canceled it. And I have never, ever once looked at Screenbox again. Again, thought they went out of business. I haven't heard shit about Screenbox in I don't know how long. I didn't even know this was a thing.
I know they had a thing with Bloody Disgusting when me and Dismay at the time were talking to them, and I don't know, man. Didn't Bloody Disgusting do like Bloody Disgusting TV or some shit?
Yeah, didn't they have their own streaming thing?
Do they not anymore?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Yeah, Screenbox is still around.
Bloody Disgusting TV. Yeah, they got their... It's up. Bloody Disgusting .tv. Oh, Bloody Disgusting TV is also streaming on Screenbox.
Oh, so they've got to deal with them. That's fine. I mean, whatever.
There's Screenbox stepping into fucking golden shit. Look at this. Wow. Well, they had the Freddy's Nightmare thing a month or two ago, and now they're stepping up with this. Mm-hmm. Bloody Disgusting has pulled, man. Whether we like it or not, they do.
Yeah. I mean, Bloody Disgusting, it's fine. I don't...
Think about it, like the money that they like. Honestly, when Dismay had worked for Fangoria for a while, she handled a lot of their ad sales and everything. And the money she would tell me that these companies and productions will pay for advertisement, And I mean, Bloody Disgusting is overtaken Fangoria now. So if they just throw, hey, you know, also we'll plaster our website with your that goes a long way.
Yeah.
You know, alone. So that'll probably save them by costing themselves $0, save like $100,000 in advertisement.
Yeah.
You know, a company that much money. So I don't know. Good for them. I'm just happy. Terrifier 2 also going to be boom directly on Screenbox.
All right.
So I'm gonna have, you know what I'm gonna do, Rob? I'm gonna make a burner email that they don't even know it's me, and you can sign up for 30 days. I'm gonna do that shit. So fuck them, and I'm gonna cancel right before.
Yeah.
Yeah, me block. Goddammit.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. Shame on them. It's over and done with now, right? They can unblock me.
I would think so. I don't know. That Dread company's never unblocked me. I don't know. I don't even know what I did. All I did was buy a bunch of their shit.
That is hilarious.
By the way, we talked about this. I think I own Terrifier on Blu-ray because they were the company that put it out on Blu-ray.
Oh, see?
Then I bought it from them, and they blocked me, and now I'm stuck with a shitty Blu-ray, and I'm blocked by a shitty Twitter account.
That is hilarious. You really got shafted pretty good there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck them.
That is hilarious. All right, so that's it for the news. And we're gonna take a really quick break, pay some bills, and we will be back with Patreon pick for this week, Lake Placid. Rob.
Yes.
You'd like to hear what everybody picked because you don't know how to work the paper.
I have no clue.
Right. So Jinx threw out there again, Antlers 2021, and he said,
this goddamn movie.
He said, last time, and I'll choose a new film, I promise.
All right. Well, I'm going to hold on. I'm going to mark something on Jinx for the spreadsheet.
Oh, boy. EyeRChris also threw up their new bit, Antlers, more like Cantlers.
Have you seen Antlers?
No, not yet.
I've seen it, but I don't remember a thing about it. It is the ultimate, boy, I watched that and don't remember it a day later movie.
Makes for a lot to talk about, huh?
Yeah.
But I will one day check it out, Jinx, whether for the show or not. I don't know. That might be a new bit. I don't know.
I don't know. It's never going to replace Your Next. I mean, that's the classic.
Right. Greg threw out there, whoever slew Auntie Rue.
The fuck?
It's from 1971. I don't know.
Is he just being a dick now?
I don't know. He claimed it was good, but then again, that's coming from Greg. I don't know.
All right. The ratings aren't bad.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks French. I don't know why. It just the poster for it looks like it could be French.
I could see that, but I don't think it's French.
All right.
I could be wrong. Stars Shelley Winters.
Got a 60% on the tomato meter.
Yeah, 6.1 on IMDb. All right.
We don't know what he was trying to do.
Yeah, maybe it's not bad. I don't know.
Yeah. Nesto put Another Soul from 2018.
Another Soul?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
What do you... If they're not going to take this seriously, let's just cancel it.
Well, no, I mean, hey, like I'm looking it up now. It looks pretty, pretty interesting.
It's fucking dumb.
Talking about your best friend's pick like that?
I mean, I'm sorry, Nesto, but this looks fucking stupid.
Right, now he's going to come. You're encouraging people to pick.
It's got movies. A 2.2 on IMDb.
Holy shit, does it? Yeah. Okay, he might have been being a dick, Nesto.
Yeah, he's being an asshole is what he's doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
He tried to do, why sneaky?
2.2. What's it got on? Let me see what it's got on the tomato meter here. If it even shows up, it might be one of those movies that doesn't even show up. Yeah, no critic score on the tomato meter at all. 0 reviews from actual critics. It does have an audience score of 5%.
Nesto.
Yeah, come on, man.
Oh, see, this has turned into like a screening process now.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Nesto, I gotta watch this shit too, man.
Yeah, if you're not going to take this shit seriously.
Wow, we really could have got shit. See, like, we'll get to Chris's pick in a minute, but we could have, Nesto could have won and we wouldn't have known, and he was just platooning us with a big one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on, you're better than that, Nesto.
Shit.
I hope you should feel ashamed of yourself a little bit. You're in the tracksuit club. That's not how we carry ourselves.
Greg called it stupid.
I know he did. It's been noted.
And EyeRChris, his whole comment here was, since Cat acts nicely and a movie to punish Rob is Tion streaming, I'll go with the Japanese film Ichi the Killer.
Yeah. So Ichi the Killer, I did not see listed as a horror movie anywhere, and I would have fought doing it on the show because it is listed as an action film every place I look.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing we should throw out there. If it's just flat out not horror, we gotta put our foot down with something. And we'll put up with a lot of shit, but it's gotta be horror shit.
Yeah.
You know. But I don't know. I've never
unless
seen
it's funny. Like I feel like if somebody nominated When Harry Met Sally and that one, we would just do it.
I think so, huh?
I mean, I would watch When Harry Met Sally anytime. Argued with Greg about that today on TikTok. So
just arguing with Greg, no.
Yeah.
Speaking of Greg, he commented on Chris's pick. Is that really a horror movie though? So
see,
okay. See, Chris is just being spiteful here. Is what he's doing. Yeah, and he knows how I feel about subtitles. It's fucked up. Like, see, you guys got to remember, you're trying to punish Rob. Think about me. Think about Kat. Like, come on now.
Well, then I don't have to worry about Kat. 55th, she's going to be on the show. So
leave Kat alone. All right, so those are the and also obviously the pick that won is Lake Placid from Medusa.
Medusa coming in strong.
This was his first ever nominated pick, and it won. He's batting 1,000.
All right. Good job, Medusa.
Look at that. And he was number 2 on your power rank.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a reason. I know talent when I see it.
Yeah, your prospect, Medusa.
Yeah.
Bringing the fucking wood here. All right, so 1999. Everybody knows I love 90s movies. Lake Placid. Rob, what were your thoughts on it? Because obviously we've seen this a million times before. What were your thoughts on it coming in, and what about the rewatch?
All right, so going in, first of all, I had not seen this a million times. I'd seen it once, maybe twice before. So I was really excited to watch it because it's a super fun movie. On the rewatch, not as fun as I remembered it being. Still fun, still had a good time with it, but not as much fun as I remembered it being. I bet if I feel like Lake Placid, if I watch like the sequel, I'll probably have much more fun watching that than I did this one. You know what I mean? Like this one is, it's still a good time, but I feel like they really wanted to try and make like a serious, scary movie instead of just having fun with it. There's clear Jaws overtones throughout the thing, which isn't always a bad thing, but almost always serves to remind me that I'm not watching Jaws. Oh
yeah.
Yeah. But I was really looking forward to going into it because Steve Miner, I've said this before. I think I've said it on this show before anyway. Underrated horror director, doesn't get enough credit for making just great horror movies. And then I was expecting it to be a lot of fun. And it was fun, not as much fun as I remember.
Ooh. You will fuck up a wet dream, won't you?
What?
You really just will. Why? I don't understand how the sequel thing you said, like that pisses me off. Like, whoa, the sequels of this were bad.
Yeah, they're probably fun.
Yeah, on the rewatch, because I haven't seen this movie in a while. I've seen it a bunch of times, haven't watched it in a while. I remembered there being more Gator than there was.
Yeah, there's a lot of talking in this movie. More than I remembered there being. That's all. And I did take a note at the 30-minute mark of this movie. the dialogue started to get real old. Like I really started to wear thin with me, like all the sarcastic remarks and everything. Like at first I thought it was funny and fun, but about 30 minutes of that, when that's all they do is just make these shitty sarcastic remarks to one another, I started to get real tired of it.
See, I loved the two guys, man, them going back and forth was fucking hilarious to me.
The sheriff was my favorite character. I thought he was amazing.
The dude that Oliver Platt.
Oliver Platt, yeah.
Yeah. And dude, when them going at like the fucking sheriff just could not catch a break with this guy, and it was so funny, man.
Yeah. And I did enjoy the Oliver Platt character as well. Yeah. I just, after a while, it's like, okay, witty sarcastic comment, okay. Can we talk like real people? It just really started to grate on my nerves after a while.
Yeah, I can see it.
You know, the Betty White stuff, like, you know, it's an old lady saying, I mean,
yeah,
it's funny, but okay. I mean, they do it a couple of times. You know, she has a couple of lines where she says something like that, you know, and it's like, all right, you did it once and it was okay. But, you know, it sort of feels like that trope in the 90s where it seemed like almost every comedy had like a rapping grandma in it, you know?
Yeah.
And after a while, you're like, okay. You know, it just started to feel like that with me. Otherwise, love Betty White. Never going to complain about Betty White, but it's like, okay, you had her say dirty words a couple of times. Let's move on now, you know, but they seem to want to keep going back to that. Although she did have what was maybe my favorite line in the entire movie when she looked at the cop and she goes, you know, I'm rooting for the crocodile.
My favorite line in the whole movie was also from Betty White. And it's where she said, if I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to suck it. I said, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I get what you mean with the old lady thing, and you're right. But I feel like because it was Betty White, if they did it with any other old lady, I would agree. But because I got to hear Betty White say shit like that, I was fine with it.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't ruin the movie for me. Like I didn't hate it. It was just kind of like, okay, we did this once already. Let's do something else now.
Fuck at all about any of them, man. It's great.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I immediately, like I said, latched onto the sheriff character. Like, you know, they're out there and the Fish and Wildlife guy is gonna, at the very beginning of the movie, is gonna dive down and looking for beavers or whatever the fuck. And this dude's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna sit up here and listen to my radio and eat fucking Twinkies. I'm not, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, that's my boy right there. That's me. I ain't getting in that fucking water.
No.
Hell no. Twinkies. But I did have I ended up with a lot of questions about this movie.
Okay.
Like, do fish and game guys really like hate sheriffs? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I never heard of that before.
I can see the conflict being there.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could too, but that leads me to another question that is brought up in this movie. They say that fish and game supersedes the sheriff. Is that true? Because that seems backwards to me.
That's got to be bullshit.
Yeah. Like, I feel like, I mean, look, I'm not saying that fish and wildlife officers or whatever the fuck they're called. What are they called? Is that what they're called? Rangers?
Rangers.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I'm not saying, you know, their job's not important, but I feel like the sheriff would probably take precedent over them, right?
Jurisdiction.
But in this movie, they actually say that fish and wildlife supersedes the sheriff. And I was kind of like, what?
Maybe when it comes to shit on the water, but
maybe
then it's like,
maybe. I don't know. That really stood out to me because I was like, I mean, fish and wildlife, what are they? Mostly they just like bust people for catching too many fish or fishing without a license or something. The sheriff may see a dead body every now and then. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the sheriff probably got a better handle on shit. And does that, and maybe you're right. Maybe it's like because it's on the water.
Yeah. Like jurisdiction.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a jurisdiction thing. Like if they were in town and there was a dead body found, like this game guy, the game warden, that's what they're fucking called. The game warden wouldn't be able to just walk in and start bossing the sheriff around at the murder scene.
Yeah.
At least I hope not. And then why is this movie called Lake Placid? It takes place in Maine on a lake that's called Black Lake. What the fuck does that have anything to do with Lake Placid, which is in upstate New York?
That's disappointing.
Yeah. I have no idea why they call it, like, yeah. Yeah, they mentioned Maine a million times in this movie. So I finally looked it up, and yeah, it's called the Black Lake. They do mention in the movie they wanted to call it Lake Placid, but the name was already taken. But that's why you name your movie that? Doesn't make any sense. Why didn't they just set it at Lake Placid?
Yeah.
They didn't have to shoot it there if they didn't want to, but just say it's Lake Placid.
Of course not. You film fucking New York City and Canada for some unknown goddamn reason.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what the fuck? Like I'm gonna watch this movie like that ain't Lake Placid. That didn't have the right kind of algae or whatever the fuck. I don't know. You
know? The word placid too, definition of a person or animal not easily upset or excited. So that doesn't, it's not like that could be a reason. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I could not. That bugged the shit out of me because I always assumed that it was set at Lake Placid and Lake Placid, New York. So watching this, when they started talking about a lake in Maine, I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was like, does Lake Placid like run all the way fucking up to Maine or something? Like I didn't know. So I Googled it and no, this is a totally different thing. And they even mentioned it in the movie. So that bothered me a lot. Like I don't fucking get that.
Yeah, I didn't even pick up on that. That's
Yeah, it made no sense. Like I have no answers. And then the last thing that bothered me, the last question that was raised by this movie, how does a mythology professor get helicopter rich? Like, how is that even possible? Like, I Googled it. A mythology professor, the average or median income for a mythology professor is $61,000. How the fuck does this guy have a helicopter?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they said, the lady said that he went around like, that doesn't even make sense for the 90s. Not even like he's a big YouTube star swimming with all these alligators.
Yeah,
or nothing.
Yeah, she said he went around swimming with alligators. That's great, but that don't pay. That didn't pay your bills.
No. Damn. Yeah, I mean, and you would think there'd be less holes because it's a pretty straightforward movie.
Yeah, and it's written by David E. Kelly.
Yeah.
Who, what is he most known for? He's probably most known for what, like Ally McBeal, I guess, was his big thing.
Probably.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to look his credits up real quick. So yeah, this guy wrote a bunch of TV shows. I mean, Law and Order, The Practice, Ally McBeal, Boston Legal. Let's see what films he worked on.
Lake Placid too.
Lake
uncredited. So it was a concept. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Mystery Alaska, he wrote that.
No.
I mean, he's not. I mean, I've never heard of these other two movies. He's only done a few movies.
Doogie Howser.
Yeah, Doogie Howser. He did. He wrote for, I guess. I mean, so like, he doesn't have a ton of film credits, but it's not like he's some hack.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And he's still working today. I mean, this guy's been working forever as a writer. He started in '86, and he's got shit that's coming out this year and some other stuff that's still on the way.
Right.
He's not, so it's not like he's a hack writer. It's just a lot of this shit doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and directed by Steve Miner too at that.
Yeah.
So that's like another level.
Yeah. And he's married to Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean,
that gives him credentials.
Yeah, well, in some circles it does, right?
That's a sick ass fair, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking he married Catwoman. You kidding me?
That's pretty sweet. And imagine you could say that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even use her name if I were. I'd just be like, my wife, Catwoman.
Catwoman's husband.
Yeah. Shit, yeah.
But no, so anyway, there were a lot of holes in this script and the story where I was like, what? This doesn't make sense. Again, I had fun with it. I didn't hate the movie. I know, like, I'm coming down negative on it. I actually didn't hate it. It's what, an hour 25 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
So it went by real fast. It doesn't have a real long run time. And I enjoyed watching it. These things kept jumping out at me. My main complaint still being, I don't know why the fuck this movie's called Lake Placid.
See, now the question rises though with something like that is, the holes are there, but it's something that it's the type of movie where you expect it, right? It's like to where it's like you can overlook it and just not even be fair. If something like that were to happen in Scream, Hellraiser, something to be taken seriously, you jump on it. I mean, this is like, the first half of this was comedy.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, everything except for the naming of it, I still don't. That will never make sense to me. But everything else is kind of nitpicky anyway. Like I get that. It was just stuff that I noticed while I was watching it, but it was kind of, it was kind of nitpicky stuff that wasn't a big deal. So yeah, I mean, I get that. I'm telling you right now, I think the sequel is the one we need to do. The made-for-television horror comedy.
I mean, was it really?
Yeah,
that's upsetting.
We should do this entire series.
I don't think we should. I don't think we should at all. I will admit, see, like the thing that pisses me off is the shit like what is it, Anaconda versus Lake Placid? Yeah. If that was done right, which I know it's not, I would watch it.
It's not. Well, first of all, you run into a problem because it's called Lake Placid versus Anaconda, but the alligator's name isn't Lake Placid.
Well, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is the anaconda fighting a lake, and is it the actual Lake Placid, or is it this fictitious lake in Maine?
Yeah,
I mean, that's what stands out to me about that movie. I bet it's a glorious film. Don't get me wrong. I have not seen it.
But you like shark movies too. So.
Yeah, I would love to watch it. I seriously would love to do all of these movies. They're not streaming anywhere though. I had to pay $4 to watch this thing, which also kind of made me a little salty.
I'll tell you what, I'm breezing through Anaconda, Lake Placid versus Anaconda, and I guess this will kind of lead into what the movie we're actually talking about. But the alligator, it doesn't look great, but it also doesn't look terrible. How do you feel they pulled off the alligator in this, considering it's 99?
That was fine. I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was fine. It's it was a mix of CGI and practical throughout the movie.
Yeah.
So I think the CGI stuff didn't look bad. I didn't think, and practical always looks good. I think Stan Winston did it.
The practical looked great.
Yeah. And Stan Winston always kills it. So I thought the practical stuff looked good, looked really good. And the CGI, especially for given the time, in 99, it looked okay. Like it didn't, it wasn't so bad it took me out of the movie. I've seen much worse.
Absolutely. I mean, we've done on the show a movie called Bad CGI Sharks and shit called Santa Jaws. We've seen much worse.
Do not. The effects in Santa Jaws are perfect.
How does your morality allow you to say something like that?
They are perfect.
No, they're not. But this movie did have a $27 million budget.
Yeah.
The CGI, it had parts where it was good and it wasn't terrible at all, but then it also had parts where it was like, wow. I mean, like the alligator walking around at the end. Again, like kind of like you said, we've seen much worse.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's CGI. I mean, you can tell it's clearly CGI, but it doesn't look awful.
No,
for what it is, for the time that it came out, it doesn't look awful at all. I mean, it's it's fine. Yeah, it did not bother me.
No.
What'd you think of? Well, it's got a great cast. I guess that's what I wanted to talk about was the performances, but I think everybody's really solid. I don't think there were any stiffs in the cast. I thought everybody did a good job.
Yeah. Again, you kind of got to look at this movie for what it is. Like, I don't think it had very strong. I think Anaconda, this thing had great Anaconda vibes and all that. Like, the two movies are very similar. I feel like Anaconda was to be taken a little more seriously than this.
See, I think Anaconda plays more fun than this. I haven't seen Anaconda in years either, though.
But it wasn't as jokey.
The dialogue back and forth in this is just sarcastic comment after joke after joke after joke. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the guy gets caught in the thing and he tries to, which I laugh by us. So he's telling him, you got to promise not to therapy when you get down. First thing he does is all ass at him.
Yeah. I like it when he's like, "You promised you wouldn't hit him." Yeah, I did. I lied.
He fucking clocked him good. He's like, in karate, you're supposed to say go. Yeah. And then as they're walking away, they're bickering back and forth. He's like, yeah, go isn't go fuck yourself. Like, see, as corny as it is, and it sounds corny even saying it, that kind of going to what you're saying, their performance made it all right to me because it was so funny.
Yeah, but it is really jokey.
It is, yeah.
Bill Pullman, I think, is good in this movie. There's something about Bill Pullman that I don't think he pulls off this kind of role great. And meaning that I like Bill Pullman as an actor, but what I'm about to say is really mean. Yeah. He seems to be a black hole for charisma. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
And so being like he's supposed to be like this charming game warden guy who, sort of seduces Bridget Fonda's character or whatever. And it just doesn't work for me. Like there's nothing. He's just the guy's a blank slate of a human being from what I can tell.
Yeah.
So he didn't really, I thought he was like, I don't think it's a bad performance. I do feel like he's kind of miscast. Like now I'm pulling up Bill Pullman to see what I've seen him in.
You know what he reminded me of? Dude from Thomas Jane from Deep Blue Sea, where it's like he's supposed to be that strong leading actor who gets the girl in the end, and he's the badass. But whenever he's on camera, it's like, he doesn't have that like that Tom Cruise or that thing.
Yeah, he does. It's just and he's good in a lot of movies. Like I'm looking at this list of movies, like Independence Day and Spaceballs, and all these movies. He's really good in them. Like I don't want to. I know it sounds like I'm shitting on him because I'm being really mean, but he doesn't have that charisma for a leading man role or something. I don't know. But Bridget Fonda, she's fine. She's always good. Oliver Platt he's just a gem of an actor.
You really like him, huh?
I do. I like Oliver Platt a lot. I think he's just fantastic. In almost every movie I see him in, I was like, what a great actor that guy is. He's just something about. See, he has a presence about it. Not exactly the leading man, charismatic Tom Cruise kind of thing, but he's just when he comes on screen, I just smile immediately. I'm just like, oh, it's Oliver Platt. I'm in good hands here.
You know what it is? When I seen him, I couldn't quite put my finger on him right away. And I was like, oh, fuck, what's his name? But he has that presence where when he's on camera, he knows what his role is. He knows the type of roles he gets, and he's going to just fucking nail it.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, there's just he's there. He knows he's there. He knows what he's doing. It's down to business. He's going to fucking just kill whatever. And he usually has that jokey kind of role for the most part. And it's like he just knows it. And he's like, this is me, man. I'm here. I'm making my money. I'm doing my thing. And he just nails it every time.
Yeah. And he's cast in this movie and in a lot of movies that he's in as the comic relief, or he's a comedic part. So, and he's great at that. Like his timing is just impeccable. He's a very good comedic actor. I loved it when he was talking to the sheriff and he's like, I know sometimes you need to hear it from your family or friends. You're fat.
Yeah, he's just nailing everybody, man. I was like, wow.
Yeah. And that actor who plays the sheriff in the movie, I didn't recognize him from anything else, but he's really great in it too. He was my favorite character. I thought he was terrific. Meredith Salinger has a small role in it. She's married to Patton Oswalt now. Which I did not realize until I Googled her. And there's all these pictures with her and Patton Oswalt. She's decent in the movie in the very small role that she's given. No complaints. Adam Arkin shows up in a very small role. He's uncredited. Him and Mariska Hargitay.
That scene where he was giving it to them, where he say you're fat and everything, when they're rowing those canoes in the water, by the way, if you come to me and say, hey, I found this thing, it's a tooth, it may be prehistoric and it just devoured a human being and did what it did, why would you be in that fucking water with a canoe like that?
I don't know. I didn't understand. Like, they were saying a lot of things in this movie too that didn't make sense to me, and I don't know if they're true or not. But like, at one point they're talking and they're like, you're less likely to be attacked by a crocodile if you're underwater because they don't see that well.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. I don't know if that's a true fact or not. You might have to join a crocodile forum to find out. But it just seems wrong to me.
Especially that he would lose sight right in front of somebody.
Right. And especially since the first guy that we see gets eaten while he's underwater.
Right.
So and they bring that up. The guy brings the sheriff says that, and nobody says anything else. So I don't know if that's true. I have no idea whether that's true or not, but it just seemed weird.
And they say the more, I forget what, when the cow, maybe, I don't remember, but pretty much they said the more that somebody makes noise and struggles and everything, the better. So obviously there's senses of hearing and feel and sonic shit, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I find it hard to believe that right in front, he's gonna, just swim right by a target like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't understand why they kept going out in boats. And I mean, I get it. Like in the scene where they go out, they're in the motorboat at first, right? Because those guys are going to dive in the water for some reason. But then the thing grabs the anchor and it pulls the boat and everything. And you're like, all right, well, I'm not going on the water again.
Yeah.
But they just keep going back out on the water.
I just Googled about alligators in their underwater sight, and it says alligators have fairly poor eyesight. They have, I'm going to fuck this word up, nictitating membrane to protect their eyes so that they can see underwater. Alligators hear with their eyes that are located behind their eyes. What? Okay, drink roll call has gotten to me. Alligators hear with their ears that are located behind their eyes and are very sensitive to vibrations in the water. That girl was right in front of them.
Yeah.
If she just like moves over to the side and stops, I don't think he's going to just keep going straight like that.
Yeah. And also just a public service announcement. If you're in the water and an alligator's coming at you, don't try that because it's from a movie and we're a couple of dumbasses.
Yeah. And it's the first thing that came up on Google. So
yeah.
And we're talking about drink roll call.
Yeah.
Never good.
Don't count on our advice to save your life. And also, if you're in any situation and a crocodile's coming at you, you're probably fucked.
Probably, yeah. Crocodiles are crazy. Like just the whole thing, like on ground and water, like they really are lethal fucking creatures, man.
Yeah, dude, I don't like them.
No, they will fuck your shit up, and they're so like they'll sit and just wait and wait and wait. They're very patient creature. That's the scariest part.
Yeah.
Fast too. That's the other thing. Like you swimming away, like that alligator in water would just. There's, like I said, there's holes everywhere, but it's the type of movie that it's just expected.
Yeah,
you could do that.
Yeah, I mean it's fun if you're looking to kill, an hour and a half or whatever. You could do a lot worse than Lake Placid.
Yeah.
Even given all the things that don't make any sense about it. I mean, like I said, the performances are good. You get to, Oliver Platt shows up and you're like, oh, good, it's Oliver Platt. And Betty White shows up and you're like, oh, good, it's Betty White saying dirty words. That's good. So there's plenty to like in the movie. And there's some cool stuff. I mean, like, you see that they pull that moose head out of the lake. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the crocodile eats a cow. That's pretty cool. And a bear eats a fucking bear.
Let's talk about that bear. Dude, that was crazy with that bear scene.
Yeah.
And done, but not like that that was the best part of the whole movie. Visually.
Yeah, I would agree. It looked really good. And bears are scary too. So
yeah,
I used to live around bears.
I've been around bears in Pennsylvania and stuff. Yeah. Never lived full time around them though.
Oh yeah. I remember coming outside the first time I saw a bear. When I lived in Lake Tahoe, it came out of our house, and there was a bear standing by the side of our like by the driveway, and I was like, oh shit.
And the people who say, oh, black bears won't bother you, bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know, because I didn't stick around long enough to find the fuck out.
Fuck that. In Pennsylvania, we had encountered, there was a gated community, so bears, it's illegal to hunt them, so they there a lot.
Yeah.
And there was a bear walking around the backyard, and I swear to God, man, my friend he'll call me up randomly and say, tell him, because people don't believe him. My friend, he went looking for the bear. He had been drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'd be damned if this bear was walking around like who the fuck he was, according to him. Mm-hmm. So he went to chase the bear away from the property.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, is he serious right now? Because he's going on about, the fuck's this bear think he is? Oh, hell no. And I'm like, is he serious? And the next thing you know, where's Andre? He's out front yelling at the bear.
Oh, shit.
I said, wow. So he gets this big ass stick and he's going towards the bear. And the bear kind of turned around and looked at him like, look at this dumb motherfucker, and just kept going. And my friend Andre's doing this Victor. He comes back. He's back on the deck in the backyard. I'm like, are you crazy? And he's like, oh yeah, I told him, and Mike, and this and that. And he's like, I said, dude, he would have fucked you up if he felt like it. He goes, oh no, I wasn't running. And he's like, I had my stick and I would have did this and that. And he hit the stick on the deck and it shattered. He stared at the little piece he had left in his hand like that. It was just the worst thing that ever happened. But yeah, man, bears, they don't fuck around.
Yeah. We had a one night we were sitting in our living room watching TV, something, and we heard somebody on the porch. Like, who the fuck is on our porch at fucking midnight or whatever? I flip on the porch light and I look out the window and there's a goddamn bear just prancing around out there on the porch. I just turned the light off. She was like, what's he doing out there? I'm like, whatever the fuck he wants, I guess. He's not in here. Right now. Yeah. That's all I know. It ain't a problem till he crosses that threshold.
That's scary though, dude, because when you think about it, nothing's stopping him.
No, yeah.
If he felt like it.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not the door, not you. Nothing is stopping him.
Yeah. I left a bag of sugar in the car one night. Didn't realize it, left it from the store, fell out of a bag or whatever, and went out there and our car door was open. Who the fuck was in my car? And there was a neighbor out there. She's like, it's a bear. There's a bear got in your car, because they can do that shit, man.
Wow.
When they live around people that much, they figure that shit out.
How to do that shit.
Yeah, didn't fuck my car up, but got that sugar bag.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was your neighbor and they stole your sugar.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. Yeah, I don't know.
Because every time this dumb bastard leaves something in the car, just tell him it was the bear.
Yeah, it could have been it. I guess
he thinks he can open car doors. This stupid fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking. I don't know. It's weird. Living there was strange, man. Because we lived there year round, but almost all the other houses near us at the top of this mountain were vacation homes.
Yeah.
So there were only 2 or 3 other people who lived in this fucking on the street, So yeah, it was weird, man. You see all sorts of weird shit out there.
Where was this?
In Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe. Oh wow.
Yeah, in the mountains in California.
God,
but they we knew a guy who worked for I don't know, it was I don't know what it was. They dealt with fucking wild animals. I don't think it was a government place though. I think it was, anyway. I don't know, if there was a bear hurt and shit, they would take it in and try and fucking, heal it up or whatever. And he got a call and they had to come fucking wrangle some mountain lion that had come down into town and get it out of there. And I was talking to him. I was like, man, I've been here a few years now. I've never seen a fucking mountain lion before. And he goes, oh no, but they've seen you. God damn, that's fucking scary. Don't say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, you never fucking know, man. There were mountain lions up in PA. There was a sighting of. I never seen them, and we were sitting on the deck one night, pitch black. We're sitting out there smoking, doing whatever we're doing, and we heard something in the woods. Don't know what it was. Got all our shit and marched the fuck back.
Yep, that's exactly what you do. That's exactly what you do.
Fucking know, dude. Yeah. It could be anything from Bigfoot to a fucking mountain lion. And like the next thing you know, the mountain lion in one foul leap is on the deck and chewing somebody. No, get the fuck inside.
Yeah, that's what the dude told me. He was like, yeah, they've seen you. He said they wouldn't come around people if they didn't have to. So he's like, yeah, they've seen you. They'll just go the other way. They got really good eyesight. I'm like, don't fucking tell me that.
Yeah, man.
I can scare the shit out of me, dude.
Yeah, the cats. That's another thing. They're very patient.
Yeah.
I don't like patient things.
It's
like you're gonna sit and wait for that. No.
Yeah, but we've gone way off topic.
We really have.
Yeah.
But that bear scene. Yeah, bears are fucking scary. But I think they picked the best thing to show the size and the fucking devastation that this alligator could create. Fucking took down a bear.
Yeah, it would no problem.
Effortlessly.
Like nothing. Just fucking grabbed it.
Yeah. And dragged them off. And the scene was perfect. You left with the characters. They're in shock. Everything's gone. That bear is fucking lunch. And you now have to live with this fucking thing's out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's when they finally know what it is, because they hadn't seen it before. It had killed the first guy it killed was like underwater. And the second guy popped out of the water real quick and fucking took his head off, but nobody saw it. So yeah, that was when that was sort of like the reveal to them. We had seen it, but they hadn't.
Right.
Yeah, it's a cool movie. Overall, I did enjoy Lake Placid. Like I said, I remember it being a lot more fun than it was.
I didn't take many notes on here, man, because you're kind of just watching the movie.
Yeah.
You know, like there's not a lot going on in the beginning, the first half of the movie, but I feel like the dialogue, as cheesy as it was, the actors did a good enough job to make it entertaining.
Yeah, it was. At first, I loved it. I was like, "Oh, good, some snappy, sort of witty dialogue. This is fun." But like I said, after about 30 minutes, I was kind of like, "Can someone just say something genuine?" You know?
Yeah.
And eventually, we did get there. Like towards the end of the movie, eventually they stopped with that shit. But that did kind of start grating on me after a while. I was just like, "Oh my god." Yeah, but I don't know. And it was in like if we were to recount some of the lines individually, they're all funny.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just like when it's that much all in a row and nobody's, saying anything that really means anything, it just really started to get on my nerves.
I was also I tried that thing I was telling you about, that THC. I was pretty intoxicated while watching this. I laughed my ass off at some of it, man.
Yeah.
Like when he fell in that hole, I was like, holy shit. And the timing with it, that's why I'm not mad at it, I think, because as overbearing as it was at times, they had really good comedic timing. And I think that goes a lot to the actors.
Yeah. I agree with that. There's not a bad performance in the movie. I mean, everybody's really good.
I didn't see him fall to that hole at all. I laughed my ass off, man. Yeah, but and it's weird too, because I like my horror movies more horror than like you and Kat usually like that shit. Where it's I have such a strange relationship with movies like that.
Yeah, because you hate fun.
That's not true. I love scary movie.
We embrace fun. And so that's why it's such a problem for you.
You like shark shit.
Yeah. And this is like the shark. This is like a shark movie without a shark.
It is. Yeah. Well, I've told you guys, you don't need a shark movie to be a shark movie.
Well, you do.
No, you don't.
You do. I mean, it's right there in the title, shark movie. But this is the closest you could get, I think. Because it is an alligator or a crocodile, I guess. There's a difference, right?
You sent Lake Placid versus Anaconda, and I said, this is also a shark movie.
I just seriously just love that it's called Lake Placid versus Anaconda, as if the fucking crocodile's name is Lake Placid.
It's got Robert Englund in it.
I don't know, does it? I haven't seen it.
It says Yancey Butler, and Robert Englund's name is there, but there's something really small next to it.
Like Robert Englund. No, he's in it.
Is that what the fuck?
Yeah.
How do they do that? Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, Yancey Butler and Robert Englund.
It looked like AKA. I'm like, what was she pretending to be fucking Robert Englund?
Yeah. And then Lake Placid Legacy is the newest one.
Oh, that must be good.
It's a 2018 American South African made for television horror film.
Holy shit!
Yeah, they're not fucking around.
Really? They're not?
Yeah.
I
There's
don't know.
not very many movies in the franchise though. It's only like 5 or 6 of them.
I don't know. Oh god, I'm at the part of the fight between the anaconda and the alligator. Is bad. I'm just kind of scrolling through the movie on mute.
Why would you do that? You're gonna spoil the movie for yourself.
Because I'm never gonna want to watch it. Yeah, it's stupid.
All right, so yeah, there's Lake Placid 2, Lake Placid 3. The fourth movie is called Lake Placid: The Final Chapter.
Holy shit.
And then Lake Placid versus Anaconda, and then Lake Placid Legacy. Oh, I don't know.
There's an unrated version of Lake Placid versus Anaconda. I can't believe it. How do you not get? I don't know. These movies hurt my head, man. I will say this: it's better than most like shark movies and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's made well. You know, the cast is good. Steve Miner is a good director. I don't think this is one of his shining efforts. But it's serviceable. It's not. When you got a guy like Steve Miner, it's not going to be bad.
Oh
you know?
yeah, Lake Placid,
yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's got the hallmarks of being a good movie. I do think that they really tried to do some Jaws shit in here that, again, I'm not sure helps the movie, because it just reminds you that you're not watching Jaws. But overall, I think that they made the movie they were trying to make. And from looking at the sequels quickly, it looks like, the sequels are probably more up my alley, honestly, because they're just going to be more fun. I don't dislike this movie, but I don't really love it either. It's just sort of there.
You know what I think the ultimate issue is? We're so spoiled with movies like King Kong and stuff that we've seen now, like King Kong versus Godzilla. Like that looked like they were fucking real, dude. And obviously, especially in '99, plus with not having Godzilla versus King Kong budget, that's not really achievable. And it's just what to expect, but at the same time, it's like, damn, like I don't know. In the back of my head, it's like I always sit and think, well, what if it looked real? Like it would be nice if this looked real,
right?
And and get more gator in it would have been nice too. Maybe the sequel did have more gator in it.
Probably.
And Godzilla vs. King Kong, a creature feature, it had a lot more Godzilla and King Kong than I thought it would.
Yeah.
So
no, I loved that movie. Godzilla vs. King Kong was great.
It was good, dude. Those King Kong movies, I love Godzilla, but damn, those King Kong movies are fucking good.
Yeah. The King Kong, Godzilla versus Kong was, it's not a great movie. It's exactly what I want from a movie called King Kong versus Godzilla, where the fuck it's called. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I went in knowing this isn't going to be an Oscar-worthy movie, but it's going to be fun, and it's a lot of fun.
I think it's Oscar worthy for who the fuck makes those graphics, dude, and those effects? Like, who does that?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
My God, man, to make it look so real. And I think being spoiled with that, and we can go back and look at stuff like American Werewolf, and not that there was really a ton of CGI there, but their practical was incredible. Their CGI was CGI from the 90s. And in the back of my head, I just have a little voice going, man, what if they did the movie with more gator and it looked real?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's possible. I mean, I don't know. I do think the CGI it holds up for what it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't look awful. I mean, there are movies being made now that have worse CGI in it. So I was not distracted by that one at all.
Yeah, that's a fucking shame.
Yeah, like I noticed it was CGI, but I wasn't like, oh my God, this is fucking awful.
Yeah.
The movie had a budget of $35 million. Made a total box office of $56.8 million.
Damn.
Stan Winston, as we mentioned, created the crocodile for the movie. He also was the creator of the monsters in Alien and the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Get the fuck out. Didn't know that.
Yeah. So he's Stan fucking Winston. He's done a lot of shit.
Yeah. And that's practical he did, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and that looked real.
Yeah. Betty White's character is told that PETA would be interested to learn of her alleged mistreatment of her own cows. In reality, Betty White was a major on-air spokeswoman for PETA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Filming the movie had to be postponed due to poor weather conditions. Director Steve Miner took on directing duties for Halloween H2O while he was waiting to shoot Lake Placid.
That's a winner.
Yeah. It's fine. It's the best Scream Halloween.
Stop it.
While the film is supposed to be in Maine, there are no scenes filmed in the state of Maine at all. Maybe they were at Lake Placid. I don't know. I don't understand what the fuck is going on with this movie.
If they were at Lake Placid and they didn't say they were at Lake Placid, like, they should be ashamed.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. And then the last bit of trivia that I have, Bridget Fonda and Bill Pullman had worked together before. They were both in the movie Singles from 1992, which is an awesome movie.
I haven't seen that.
You've never seen Singles?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it's a great one. Great one. Got the guys from Pearl Jam in it. All set in Seattle in the 90s. Yeah.
Okay.
Good movie. You should check it out.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much really to say about that. It was one of those movies that's just good. It's, everything about this movie that's negative and positive is expected. And it's just known,
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those movies to me that it's not, it's hard to talk about it because I didn't love anything. I don't love anything about it, but I don't hate anything about it either. It's just there.
Yeah.
This is Antlers.
This is a good Antlers, or what it sounds like. It's just, like I say, it's just something that, everybody, okay, this is wrong, that's wrong, this is wrong. Everybody knows.
Right.
It's an unspoken truth. Okay. But it's still a good movie and it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I didn't hate this one at all. Decent time with Lake Placid. Not one of my favorite movies, but not upset that I went back and rewatched it.
One thing I did want to mention was they went through all this fucking trouble at the end of the movie to not kill this alligator. They really said fuck that cow though.
Oh yeah. Or that second alligator that popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah. Like they had no problem killing other shit. It's like, I mean, I know they tried to not have the cows, but ultimately they put that cow in harm's way without blinking an eye.
Oh yeah, he was the bait.
Yeah. Like they could have used, like, I don't know, like, damn, they really saved this alligator. Fuck that cow.
Yeah. And their trap situation did not really work out the way they planned, but
no, it did not.
Yeah. I mean, I guess in the end they trapped him, but good Lord, not the way they had planned.
No. I guess, if they did two interesting enough, which I'm sure I don't know how they did it. Maybe I will sit and watch two. Like, how did they pick up from there? How did it get out? Did they contain it? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. No clue.
Yeah. But all right, you ready to Portnoy this sumbitch?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have yours ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say, overall, I had a good time with the movie. Not as much fun as I thought it was going to be, or as I remembered it being, but still a good time. I'm not going to hate on any of the performances or anything. The script was not my favorite thing, and I don't get the title. But still, worth a watch. Decent, not great. I give it a 5.9.
Okay. 5, that's fair. 5.9. Yeah, I'm gonna land at a 6.3.
All right.
And I the performances, we talked about it. That's what really brings it through. But I think what really knocks it over the 6 for me, I'm gonna go 6.2. What knocks it over a 6 for me is the practical effects, because they were flawless.
Yeah, they were really good. I didn't have it in me to give it a 6.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I was like 5.9. That seems comfortable. 6 seems too high. Like it just, to me, it wasn't a 6 movie, but it's not a 5 either. You know what I mean? Like, it's a movie that I will probably never sit down and be like, I'm going to watch Lake Placid. But if somebody says, hey, let's watch Lake Placid, I'm like, all right,
All right. Fair enough. All right. 6.2. I think that I can see the argument of it not being a 6, but I feel like the performances, it's a 90s movie. I like that, and this, everybody was talking about this fucking movie.
This movie was huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember people talking about it. I remember people like, oh, Betty White says fuck.
Yeah.
People were excited about that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's fair. Do you think Kat would give this a 10?
Probably.
She might, right?
Maybe a 9.9. I don't know if it's quite as perfect as Jack Frost.
9.9.
So yeah, 9.9 maybe.
See, it's not as funny as Jack Frost because like she might actually give this a 9.9.
She might.
Close to a shark movie.
I don't know. If only she were here to tell us.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, she had better things to do. Never mind.
Leave poor cat alone. All right, so that awesome pick, Medusa. Much better than Ichi the Killer and whatever the hell Nesto wanted us to watch.
Yeah, Medusa. Overall, really, really good pick. I'm glad you picked this movie. I'm glad it's the one we watched this week. Because it went by really fast, and I did enjoy it. Just not as much as I remembered enjoying it for some reason. Which is, maybe not fair to the movie, but maybe that's more on me. But it is what it is.
Okay. Fair enough. You're not nice to the patrons.
But no, I was nice. I said I'm glad you picked this movie.
Yeah, it was a good pick. Also, Medusa did not know how to work the Patreon, so he's also there. You go. So he asked me to throw it in there for him. So
all right, good. All right, you're moving right up, Medusa.
All right. Will he ever dethrone Nesto?
I don't know because there's a lot working in Nesto's favor. Yeah, you'll see when we get to. It's going to be like a whole nother quarter before we get there, but we'll get there.
Oh, God almighty.
You know what? It occurs to me, and I'm making these notes on this dumb spreadsheet for you dumb people who want accountability of some sort. And I'm not going to remember what any of these fucking notes mean when it comes time.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
So, but it'll be fun, I think, to read them. That'll be a good time.
You're trying to figure out what your notes are.
Oh, dude, I do that all the time. I do that with movies we review. I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, what the fuck did I write that down for? And I just did it like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I've done that before too.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right, so I think that's it for Lake Placid. Go check out the Patreon at patreon.com/radio. You're starting as low as $3 a month. You get a bunch of shit, giveaways, extra show every single week, Easter egg content. Me and Rob talked a lot about drugs.
Yes, yeah.
So
for some reason.
Yeah. Check out our Patreon for that. Easter egg content is still here. It's just on Patreon. You can also follow the show at /radio on Twitter. You can follow me at Mikey's Dead. Rob, where to catch you?
Yeah, and big patron giveaway next week.
Yes.
Again, 3-pack of movies. I know what you did last summer. The other ones that I said. When a Stranger Calls remake and Vacancy. It's all in one pack. It's all one set. I believe it has both the Blu-rays and DVDs, but I don't have it in front of me, so I can't say 100% certain. Definitely Blu-ray.
Will you sign them, Rob?
No, because I would have to open it. I don't want to open it.
Fair.
You can find me on Twitter at RadioRob123. You can listen to my other show, This Horror Life, wherever you are listening to Slasher Radio.
Mascot?
No. Maybe Nesto could be the mascot.
It's funny as shit. All right, guys. Come check us out next week. We will be back. Good night from Slasher Radio. And that's still running around with like one of those signs.
Yeah. Give him a mascot. Put a halo on him. Little angel robe.
All the best with Slasher Radio Podcast. If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.